Jo, und damit herzlich willkommen auf meinem Kanal zu einer weiteren Folge Let's Test. Und nun ist es Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark geworden. So ein Städtebausimulations-MMO irgendwie. Und
Welcome
wir
to
wollen
Bulwark,
das mal
a
unter
game
die
about
Lupe nehmen.
chaotic creativity. No conventional controls, one button to paint the landscape, another to move about. And while you paint towers and walls, people will start to make the world come alive. Keep building, that's the trick. This can be confusing at first, overwhelming even, but don't worry, there's also no mistakes.
Okay, und wie wir da gerade sehen konnten, war das dieser Thomas Sala, der das Spiel alleine entwickelt hat. Das ist auch sehr bemerkenswert. Na gut, was wollen wir tun? Starten wir das Spiel mal, ne? Beziehungsweise ich werde hier noch den Sound ein bisschen runterdrehen. Lautstärke. Und runter. Lautstärke, Stimmen ein bisschen runter. So, ja, das gefällt mir schon besser. Nun gut, dann würde ich sagen, let's test.
This is the campaign mode. Here you get a taste of the open world building sandbox. It has a basic tutorial, a resource system based only on distance rather than how much you can produce, and an ever expanding set of encounters, world events, and unlockables. A word of advice: click and build everywhere. There are no mistakes, and slowly figuring out what builds where and how things grow is part of the game. It's about experimenting, so don't be afraid and go wild.
Our people were wrecked during the War of the Tree. Dunkel, Castellus, Moorbridge, and even Port Remit. Nothing remained of our prosperous free houses after decades of attrition. We took what we had and left in order to resettle in peace, away from the warlords and fiefdoms that remain. We will succeed because on our backs the past was built, and from our hands the future will be wrought.
Okay.
Ah, you're finally here. We've already built a few essential buildings. I'll assist you in connecting things up and getting the settlement up and running. While you're on the ground, we will focus on a single building at a time. This will allow you to build outward in a variety of ways and upwards later on. First, connect this outpost to the wood mill, which is located down in the shallow water beside the sea tree fungi. Without wood, we cannot build. Notice, our
okay.
workers are already building houses and industry along the walkway. Wherever you build and our workers can reach, they will settle. Let's now focus on the wood mill. This is your wood mill. It produces and transports wood across walkways. Let us build a basic wooden tower with a walkway towards it. Wood can only travel a limited number of walkways away from the wood mill, but this can be increased by encouraging workers to build along walkways connected to the wood mill. we have access to the quarry, our wooden towers can be upgraded to stone. We can use this stone to upgrade various buildings and walkways. And, just like the wood mill, by allowing workers to build around it, the stone industry can expand.
Hmm.
Stone towers create stone walkways.
Okay.
If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone. This stone quarry works similarly to your wood mill. It produces stone that can travel a limited number of walkways. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further.
Was auch immer das jetzt macht, so wähle dann einen Außenposten aus. Toll.
Outposts can be upgraded as well. Let's use the stone to upgrade the outpost to its second stage. We can add foundations to basic towers and outposts. These allow workers to build a higher class of housing on them, increasing the worker output. The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it. All towers allow for foundations, wood, stone, and later, command towers. Command towers. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. There is no iron available for this upgrade. The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it. All towers allow for foundations, wood, stone, and later, command towers. Command towers also allow for battlements. We have done well. It is time we started being more ambitious. Take to the skies and seek out iron ore. Your surveyor allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help to get you out of trouble, which is never far on the Earthsea. Your surveyor can build a mine on this spot. Workers will mine for ore, and the metallurgical industry will be built up around it. Iron will allow our most advanced towers and buildings. We now have access to iron, but it needs to be transported across the water. Let us build a trade route for ships that can transport iron and other resources back and forth.
Okay.
Several captains are now available. Each captain holds specific resources. For this trade route, iron is required, but wood is also recommended to expand the mine later. Harbors always need to be built as pairs. As soon as you build two, a trade route will connect them. Captains will carry your resources over vast distances. This is too close to something else. This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. With iron, we can start building defensive structures such as imposing command towers. But before doing so, we need to upgrade our outpost into a proper citadel. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies. Mighty command towers have the potential to reach high into the sky. Their height can be increased by adding more foundations, as well as having better access to workers. Build this tower as high as possible. Change the floor you are building from. Lower floors build foundations, while higher floors build balconies and sky bridges.
Mhm. Cool.
Command tower foundations are strong battlements that support your tower. Foundations allow more floors to be built on the tower. This command tower is looking stout. We already have an experienced warbird commander among our retinue. Let's assign them to this command tower. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies.
You will find no finer stable. Rest assured, friend, my warbirds are the strongest and fastest. My stable mixes Sark Hunter and Northern Grey Dive traits. Warbirds, the likes of which have not been seen for decades.
Mm-hmm.
This tower and its commander now stand watch over our settlement. Their forces will deploy, joining our battle group when the surveyor is near the command tower. Our settlement is established. We have access to resources, a citadel, and command towers. It's time to explore the surrounding area, finding more people that will help us thrive. These are desperate times, so we may need to accept unlikely neighbors. But be wary of who you invite in. If they bring their old allegiances, conflict is sure to follow. Now it's all up to you. Head out and explore the Earthsea. Rebuild our society as you see fit. Protect yourself and our citizens well. Good luck. The world map shows our holdings, which we can fast travel to. I will also mark any freelance captains that enter our waters, as well as suspicious locations.
Mhm. Okay. Ach, cool.
You have no available resource extractors. Our settlement's too far away.
Mhm.
The world map shows our holdings, which we can fast travel to.
Ja, ja,
I will
ja.
also mark any free...
Das musst du mir nicht ständig sagen, ja? Ja gut, okay. Wir haben auf jeden Fall jetzt mal sowas standardgemäß aufgebaut. Und ich meine, ich bin ja schon echt beeindruckt, dass das von einer Person programmiert ist. Echt mein Respekt. So. Dann schauen wir mal.
You've reached the limit of this demo. You can demolish some of your creation to keep building or start something new. Free build mode comes with a selection of cool locations to try out. Thanks for trying out the demo.
Ah ja, da hat sich schon der Herr Entwickler selbst auch für Spielen der Demo bedankt. Das finde ich natürlich sehr nett. Ich finde auch die Idee, dass der Entwickler einen eigenen Avatar im Spiel hat, ziemlich cool. Dann würde ich mal sagen, gehen wir mal da zurück und beenden das Ganze hier mal. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Schreibt mir gerne eure Gedanken in die Kommentare. Und wenn euch das gefallen hat, dann lasst mir gerne einen Daumen da. Ein Abo wäre natürlich wunderbar. Und in diesem Sinne, bis zum nächsten Mal. Wenn es wieder heißt, Let's Test. Ciao, ciao.